Welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm on Farming Simulator 25. Thanks for joining me once again, August 1. Where do we start? So, let's start with the good. So, I have put a couple of extra cows because I sold some of the others, mainly the bulls that we didn't want and need. Our new shed has now been built. I have moved some of our bales basically over to here. Which I'll explain it shortly. We have most of our calves in here. There's a couple that are probably too big to be in here, but nothing too tragic and too terrible. Straw and feed all good, although the feed plane does sort of bother me a bit on this this barn. I gotta be honest, I think that needs a bit of work, but nonetheless it's there. And the good news is, or for me, I'm all pleased with myself, I managed to get another manure plane working down here. So now both sides collect the manure as well. So happy days. That is where the good, unfortunately, comes to a very abrupt end. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you who watch my videos may have noticed in the absolute utter horrific panic that I had in the last couple of videos around the weather and not understanding that a tornado also meant rain, I had to, work quite a pace, work through the night and deal with this field. Fine, no dramas at all. Have since mulched it, so that's all fine. We obviously lost a lot of the straw off the ground, lost a bunch of the sort of bale quality as well from the straw that we collected, but we did get a good result from our actual crop. Now, like I say, the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed or remembered that at the start of the last but one episode, because the weather was so lovely and mids being mids, all positive and, full of the joys of spring, mids was actually over in this field over here. Not this one, not this tiny little field that is, it's just a grass field, still a good size, but not particularly significant to our setup and our needs. No. I was in this monstrous field. Absolutely monstrous field. And I cut the grass and said, great times, because I can then go and ted it, but the weather's so nice I probably won't even need to. We'll see how it goes. And then I thought, we need to get on with harvesting the oats because the weather's going to turn and it's going to dry up and get rubbish, so we best harvest. And I forgot about my lovely grass. Every single blade of it. So we had an entire field of field grass, so a really good yield, and let it just rot. So the lesson here is, if you are going to play with realistic mods that are quite amazing, such as Oz's mods, and namely the moisture mod, do not do a mids and be a moron, because that is savage. That's feed really affected. That's money down the drain. That's time. Honestly, I am furious at myself. Absolutely furious. I'm really angry about that one because, there's just no going back on that, is there? It's just a horrific mistake to make. So, hey ho, it is what it is, isn't it? So we are sort of stuck in that situation. Why is that not out? Come on then. There we go. Oscar Mod's slurry system. So we will be coming to play with that soon enough. Hello, cows. So let's have a little look at you guys in here. What's going on? 6,400 litres of manure and almost identical amounts of slurry. Interesting. A little bit of food, not much, but enough. So that will do over you. And then these guys over here should have a lot more manure and slurry. That pipe's already deployed, so it already is up there. We've got some manure over in the bunker already over there. And I think there should be about another sort of 14,000 over here, probably, thereabouts. Yeah, 14,167. I knew I'd looked at it at some point, with 18,000 litres of slurry. So, you know, that's pretty decent. Now, if we have a little look at our red tape mod, let's have a look. So, where are we? Slurry management. We're okay. We're no major dramas here. Required slurry time to be kept below capacity. Yep, so we're well below that. That's fine. And we want manure management. So we are max allowed to store is only 7,900, and we're currently storing 19,774. So unfortunately, we need to go and get rid of a load of manure. So what are we going to do about that, I guess, is the question. Because you don't really have anywhere to put it. So let's jump into the Merlot and at least go and empty some of this stuff out. Merlot is nice and engine warm, so that's good. I'm just trying to, I wonder how much is actually in there. I'm going to get a couple of thousand on this fork as well, which is, it's not ideal, I gotta be honest, but it's, you know, it is what it is. It's slightly, you know, it's more realistic, I guess, isn't it, than having like a 10,000 litre fork on the front of the Merlot. What we will do though, instead of having to go through and messing about, we will just start filling up from the trigger rather than going in and going through all that. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself for mixing and matching the breeds so much as well. I sort of wish I'd stuck to one breed now, but hey ho, it is what it is. I would certainly like to focus more on some of the newer breeds, but right, I think we may need to just start tipping this into the actual spreader and go and do a bit of work and put it in one of the fields. Now, whether that is the field we've just harvested from the oats, we guess we could put it in there. I feel like that sort of went through, but I'm guessing it didn't. Yeah, but I just don't think it'll go that far in there, but I guess better than nothing, and at least it's somewhere and might save us a little bit of money in terms of solid fert on that front. Is this filling? Yes, okay. Because that is, you know, it's a big old field, isn't it? What does our... What does it say? What's the field calculator say? So, gone to this, and we're looking at field 53. Gone to this, we would need 0 manure. So, I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. How can we only be on 0 manure then? Don't really understand that. And then if we go, what's, no. Notifications. I can't remember NX's mod to open it, which is a bit annoying. I may need to go into the instructions and have a look at that, because that doesn't really make a massive amount of sense to me as to why we can't see that. So answers on the postcard there as to what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that would be on 0. Really, I would have expected that to still be being able to register an amount. It definitely needs nitrogen, so a bit strange that one. Again, if anyone has the answer, holds the who's got the key to the secret, yeah, I'd be grateful. So let's get all this manure out here. We'll go and grab the manure out the beef shed as well whilst we're there, and then at least then we are starting to muck out the sheds a little bit. Thank you to all of you who watched the last episode and took the time to comment. Yeah, it's been a pretty, you know, decent time of it recently with the Witcombe series. I've got to be fair, so thank you to all of you, bless you. And that's not, you know, viewers, subscribers, and even members. So thank you ever so much. and as well to all those who are on Discord now with us. So that's always good to see. And a big thanks to Welsh. Whoa, blimey, Charlie. Welsh and Wolfie as our new admins, and obviously we've got Keith, who's been there from day one as one of our moderators. Right, so we should be on the last shovelful, and then we'll be all good. I'm just trying to think now in terms of what else is going on. There's not masses to really fill you guys in on. I have started my own build on Witcombe, but I just don't think... Whoa, why have I driven out there? Don't do that, mids. There we go. Yeah, but it's just not... I'm not going to be able to... I don't see the point in transferring it into this Let's Play, if that makes sense. So it's very much just for my sort of own fun and games. I know there's some really good versions out there of like new farm builds, and I'm not the most skilled when it comes to it. My best thing I've ever done in that terms was on the PlayStation when I made Middle Farm, and I was really pleased with that because that was a perfect little farm on Calmsden, which I was very pleased with. But yeah, other than that, not normally something I do. But I mean, obviously I'm starting to try and get into a bit of messing about with GE, which is good fun. And I've sort of set the basics of it all up in GE, but I don't quite understand how to move the models and stuff in GE and do that stuff. So can I get the manure here? Is the manure trigger point on the other side? It's going to be on the other side. Mids. Get over there. There we go. Alright, we should be able to get 2 shovelfuls of this. And then, yeah, it's just then really a case of where do we chuck it? Because that's just such a massive field. We're never gonna fill it. That's the sheep fields, that's pointless. I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty big fields, aren't they? I mean, does it actually tell us? That's interesting. Am I missing it? You got to actually click on it. So field is 365. Whoops, over there, please, mate. And then this one's 404. So it's actually smaller than the big grass field, believe it or not. That's how much grass we wasted from there. Honestly, I can't believe I forgot, but it was because I know exactly how it happened. It's because I did the grass, then started doing the harvest, but then I had to wait 2 days. I took 2 days away from the computer mid-episode recording, and normally I write things down so that when I come back to the computer, because I know I'm in my middle ages, obviously. Why, Merlot, chill out. And I forget things, so I generally write them down on the pad, and then when I have to do it, I come back for the recording, I know exactly where I'm at and what I was either doing or I am due to go and do. And I didn't do it in this occasion because I was like, oh, it's easy, it'll be obvious, you've just got to harvest. Having clearly already forgotten, I just cut my bloody grass. So, yeah, just devastating that, because there's so much hay that's just been missed out on there. It's absolutely brutal. But there we are, hey ho. Worst things going on at sea, I guess. Alright, let's get in here. I guess we'll just have to try and see how far it'll go in our field of there, and then maybe we cultivate it in. Because line-wise it's not looking too bad, was it? So, whoa, where we go, mate? And then hopefully that will mean we won't get overly punished by the red tape mod for being in breach of our manure agreements. So, because it does like to punish you, does the red tape. Right, come on, let's get you lined up without tipping you over. Whoa, it really doesn't like it when you've got a full load in the bucket and you are trying to move in a tight turn. Is that your lot? Is it? Whoa, don't chip it over like that, thank you. Right, so if I knock you on the head, jump in here. Whoa, what on earth happened then? Right, okay, so yeah, a couple of people saying they wouldn't mind seeing a no tab-in series, so I am really keen to find out what you guys would think about that, whether it would detract for you or add to it. It's certainly a lot more to think about when you go down that whole like no tab-in route. Yeah, it'll be a tricky one if we do decide to go that way. I do still love the idea of doing Farmer Sims sort of setup and that real proper challenge settings. I think it's quite funny that he's just gone absolute in at the deep end with all of his mods, though, having never used any of them before. But being the extremely talented man that he is, within 30 seconds he was already far better grasp of things than I probably ever will. So where's our weight? I keep forgetting where I've put the weight, which is not ideal. Right, let's back up to this thing, and then we shall go and see how much we can. Oops, no, that's too close. Oh, I'm forgetting to jump out the cab. Hook that up, hook that up. Open the door so I stop cheating. Sit down there and close the door. Thanking you. Right. Let's go down the side of the calf barn, and then we shall go and drop all this off into the top field. Yeah, cones are there just as a bit of a reminder to me, really, not to drive through that area, especially when I've got anything on board, just to make sure that it doesn't absolutely nail us and steal stuff that it shouldn't. I don't think it'll be a massive issue, if I'm honest, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Right, here we go. Let's see what it says in terms of working. Blimey. Okay. Right, let's get this done and see where we go. I think for this episode, rather than do... it would help if I actually unfolded it. Yeah, rather than do some of the stuff you've seen already, we'll just skip on to the next bit and just see where we end up getting with it. So I'll bring you back in a little while. Well, that actually went a lot further than I expected it to. And I tell you what I keep forgetting to do is do the inspection on these tractors when we start them up. I also clearly didn't wash the front of this very well, did I? But there we are. So let's just do a quick inspection of the Massey, as we've just put her through her paces a little bit out in that field. Everything looks good on there. I, for some reason, am having real difficulty picking up the last of this manure. Yeah, I don't know why I can't get that. And the Merlot with this manure fork is really, really struggling with that. And I got a new warning because I was getting like dug in the ground and it just didn't like it. So just gonna have a little check of the Merlot and see what sort of shape she's in. I mean, it shouldn't be terrible. Oh, also fine. So where are we? So I mean, it's not too bad. You know, that's not too bad. Managed to get a little bit down here. I don't know why these areas just won't change across. I don't know what is wrong with this sort of truck. Like, it's like, I feel like that's like a bug. I don't know. Like all these random squares, you know, I can't work out what's gone on there because, you know, I'm spreading over them. So they should, like, why is that red and then I don't know, something a bit weird is going on here. But there we are. So that's a little bit better. We may still get a bit more onto it in August, as it were, but at least that's the majority of it spread around. What we should do now, and I should really take a vehicle, but I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to jump over to here, is just go through and see what we've got in the used sales, because You never know. There might be something worth having a look at. We've got most of this equipment. This is pretty much an identical list of our equipment. We've got that. We've got that. We've got... we got that. We've got that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's really weird. The case baler. Oh, that's one thing I have managed to do is sort out the bale sizes at last. Yeah, with help from none other than the main man himself, Mr. Scroft. Taught me through what I need to do, and it's because I was doing it right, but I was doing it for base game, and it's because Witcombe's got its own bale settings. I needed to do it within the Witcombe file, not the base game file. So sadly, no use for that. I don't even know what that is. Bednar, Terraland, HDR. Is that a cultivator? Is it? Interested. Cedar, no real cause for that. So nothing much here. I mean, this massive windrow would be pretty cool, but I don't think it's quite worth 68,000 for us. So nothing there. So we shall leave all that well alone. Let's nip across the way to Char and go and see old Ross's yard. I need a wee. Any decent machines? Nothing again. Got that. There. I do like these Mercedes Benz. I've got to be honest. They're pretty cool. Like, it would be pretty fun to sell the Defender, I think, and get that. I wonder how much our Defender is worth. Out of interest, just out of a curiosity killed the cat sort of thing. 37,800. So if we bought that down, what was this? So we're just wasting 20 grand then, aren't we? But then can we... No, we still can't do... We can't do any... I know Oz was talking about this. Looking at doing financing within this offer. Like, would you buy finance? And I think you would. Like, for me, I think farms do buy second-hand machinery at a, you know, a top-end price. So they must be able to do finance on that. I guess it's a loan system then at the same time, isn't it? So... anything else that we might fancy? Can you see if any of these are interactive control without buying them? I guess is the question. I don't know. Because... like that lets me start it, so you can at least get in and check. So I wonder if I go into the fence, start it, if it'll show me any of the interactive controls. Ah, look! Yes! Ah, cool! I do like these fence. I do like these fence, I gotta be fair. What is this? So this is only 150 horsepower, 105,000. I mean, everything else we've got is miles above that. Smallest one is the JCB, but that's 200 horsepower. So I really wouldn't want to lose 50 horsepower on a tractor and have to spend 50 more grand getting it. So that's not really a goer. So no, sadly not. Even whoa, we're going in backwards, are we? Cool. Whoa, and then we're going to sit down the wrong way. Okay. Ah, look at this one though. This is also interactive control. Oh man. I'm just going to open all the windows and why is it spinning me backwards? That's really weird for that one. But I really struggle to drive these ones, so I don't think we'll be replacing the Merlot with this. So hey ho, bit of a shame, but I'm gonna just have to keep on checking, see what's out there. So let's, I guess it's just a case now of doing the animals, getting them sorted. Hello. And then, yeah, it's not really much else to do this month. I mean, I guess we could cultivate him, but I kind of want to wait until the end of the month to do that, because I want to see if I can get a bit more manure onto this field to help it out. I'm sort of intrigued then to see if I could put a liquid fert on top to really take it into the sort of as good as it's gonna get. But yeah, pH is fine. So probably not fine, but at least not terrible, is it? So yeah, okay. So it's just the animals we really got to worry about. So our dairy pasture, 2 months 1 days, 2 months 3 days, 1 month 2 days, 18 months 2 days. They don't eat much, do they? 1 month 3 days, and 1 month 2 days, 1 month 1 day, and 3 days. These guys eat a lot. These are probably some of the ones I should sell, really. Is there any not in reproduction, recovering from last birth, but too good to get rid of? You could go 3,900. And arguably, you've just gotten pregnant again, but arguably we could get rid of you for a few grand, but it's probably worth just sort of holding on to you for a bit, I guess. And you guys are all in that side of things. And then, well, God, are you the one doing the business here, mate? Are you? I didn't think you would. 2 different breed, but there we are. There's not really much point sorting them out, is there? So, right, well, let's skip forward a couple of days to August 1st. I don't think we're going to be able to see the weather, even though I put all sorts of manner of things in the ground to try and help me understand the weather systems around here, because it's looking okay for August, so there's no major dramas for us there to worry about. And I don't think we've got anything to sell either in August. It's a bit of a sort of weird month for us. Like this, because we've gone a different way with the crops, there's not masses going on. Next thing to sell would be goat milk, which we've hardly got any of. But we do have a lot of normal milk, which is good, because that's a good old chunk of change there, isn't it? So, right, okay, I'm going to go and have the day off. I'll bring you back in August 3. Okay, August 3, not much to report. I'm going to give the beef pasture a bit of a top up. One of the cows in the beef pasture has had a calf, so we've moved that down to the calf barn. I have to make a bit of a decision on oh, I've got that all sorts of wrong, haven't I? Yeah, a bit of a decision on how to, like, what cows go where, because whether we use the small calf barn, the new calf barn, just for dairy, and then the beef barn for beef calves, and then when the time comes, then they all just go into the beef barn with the calves. But I don't know, I'm a bit sort of torn on that, really, as to what the best way to approach that would be. Right, let's, well, yeah, left-hand side, so that's fine. Sorry, cows, coming through. Look out. Let's turn this back on. However, what I did forget was I need to check the notifications, and when we go into the messages we have a bit of a problem, because bless him, we have a sheep over here that's got foot and mouth. So if we actually look at our, where are we, sheep pasture, and somewhere, oh, hang on, nope, somewhere, are we buying here or what? Where's the diseased? Well, that's strange, unless it's dead. Turn that engine off a minute before it dies. So if we look at the info, calf, bunch of barn, goat, milk. Oh, there we are. So it's there. So I don't really know what we can do about that. Bless it. Other than cull it, just get rid, which I think we're going to have to do, because I mean, we could treat it, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good cow mine, isn't it? You know? Oh, look. Oh. So does that mean it's at the point where it's giving wool and all these other little buggers aren't? Is that one recovering from... Yeah, recovering from last birth, ready to be in, is providing us wool. It's a brilliant mod now, isn't it? The extra info that's available to us in here is incredible. It's so good. It's developed so much. I'm really impressed by it. I don't really know what to do for the best here. I'm sort of the opinion we just get rid, but it's still like one of our most valuable... God blimey. Valuable sheep, and it's only 2 months old. Maybe we try to save it then, do we? Info, diseases, duration, £250 a month. I'll start the treatment. Go on then. We will give it a go. We will give it a go. Can I mark you as well? Let's go and see. Can we see said marked sheep particularly easy? Oh yeah. Whoa, we need to also shift all of this lot out. Bloody hell. When can we sell wool? Where is it? 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 Wool, wool, wool. In May. Ah, missed it. Oh man, we need to get this out of this trigger as well. Blimey. Anyone see a marked sheep anywhere? Hello. I don't see no marked sheeps. Oh, hello, jumper. A little woolly jumper. Nothing obvious. It's in here somewhere in there, but I'm just missing it. But there we are. So we will just treat it really and see how that goes, I guess. There's not much else that we can do with it. And we also haven't generated... I'll leave this here for a minute. We also haven't generated that much manure in either of the barns. So I'm thinking we just get on and cultivate, because we've got 969 litres in there, and it's about 2,000 litres down there, which ain't going to go very far in that field. So I'm sort of the mind now. I think we'll just jump into the... I think we'll do Massey again. I know it's getting absolutely worked its tail off, but I think it's the better tractor for that, just because of the sort of hills we're going to be dealing with. Right, let's disconnect you, disconnect, oops, there we go, and disconnect that, and then jump up you. I've already done the check on it, so she's good. She does need to warm up though, so we will just crawl forward so that we can drop off the thingamajigger at the front here. And that was the other thing I was going to talk to you guys about, was a potential plan for the... Why am I so high? What's happened here? I almost broke into Chad Kroger then, of Nickelback fame. I am so high, I can hear it. I love Nickelback, and I won't have a bad word said against them. I'm quite tempted to sort of put a grant in and see if we can't develop this area. The issue is we need the money in the bank for it. So my thoughts are sort of, obviously, if we move the window out of the way, and then we could sell... If we were to sell the... Whoops, that's not the right menu. If we were to sell the liquid fert store... oh, hang on. It's not going to give us... it won't tell us how much that is. But if we were to sell this shed, we do get 126,000 for the shed mine, won't we? Because we get the money that it's placed down at, which isn't necessarily realistic, but that is what we get. Obviously we'd have to take the bales out there. We'll obviously get a chunk of money as well for the fert store, and then we'd have all this space then to put a really good machinery shed in, and develop this space, because I'm just a bit sick of stuff being everywhere. I just feel like it's all like scattered about all over the shop, really. Right, let us grab our cultivator. Come on. Come on, open. Hello, girls. The milk though is finally going to start really paying off. It was doing us pretty well in on the Pichonier map, but this is going to be something special now with the amount of girls we've got in there producing for us, which is a good. Come on then, door. Thanking you. Right, can we sneak around this without hitting the fence? Yes. So it's not ideal, but like I said, I think what we'll do is I'm gonna, just for curiosity purpose, I am going to cultivate this in, and then September we will look to plant the weed. But I think in September I'll run the liquid fert over and just see what happens. We'll obviously then have to deal with the weeds coming through and everything, but that's a job for another day. We'll take a third, please, drive. So let's head up this one. No, that's not. We're not on the line. No, we're not on the line. Come on. Right, drop you down. There we go. Yeah, I still think this probably needs a weight on the front, doesn't it, for this sort of job? But here come the gulls, and there's the train. Good time in. And then this horrific dust cloud. Holy moly. It's a very, I gotta be honest that I do like it. I know there's a lot of sort of mods as singulars, but I do love the fact it's all just in like a sort of one-stop shop. And it's very good, isn't it? I'm not getting any flickering off that either, which is excellent. And you can see then the sort of the exhaust fume coming across the front there. But what's weird is it sort of makes it see-through, which is a bit strange. But I don't think there's anything anyone's going to be able to do about that. But yeah, I just think, what a clever mod. Obviously, that isn't anything floating. That's just, you can see for whatever reason, the reflector is a lot brighter by there. This top bit of the field here, it must just pick up a little bit in degrees, because the tractor really struggles in that area. Like, really struggles. Right, so we'll whip back down, and when it splits off by here, we will drop it back down. We'll pick this line up and get this done. Yeah, that's a bit strange that it sort of picks up the reflector at the perfect angle. Like that. NX, I know you sometimes watch, mate. If I don't really know what you could do about that, because it's almost like that's sitting above the dust cloud, isn't it? That's a bit strange, that one. Whereas everything else is blending in really nice. It's just that one thing is kind of popping through like that. Yeah. Again, though, doesn't detract from the mod, you know, in any kind of great shape, does it? So it's not yet, you know, the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. Right. Let's get a cultivating. Set somebody free. There's time to talk about it later. Come on, we gotta leave. I'll be alright when I got you there to hold me. I'll be alright. I'd slow down if you told me it'll be alright. What a time for the righteous, the hero. Happy days. Nicely cultivated field. So that should now put us in a nice little position to go and plant in. I think I'll do a wheat field this time around. We'll just keep swapping that field between the between oats and wheat. I'm still getting a bit of lag on this game. I clearly have something set up a little too high in my settings, don't I? Because it doesn't like something here. But yeah, so I think we'll next month now. I've still got the head off here, haven't I? Oh, that's another thing. I don't know if you can see it there, right on the sort of extra word, right in the center of the screen, the little crosshair. I've got my crosshair settings to partial, but even when I turn them to off, whenever I knock the HUD on, it disappears. But when I turn the HUD off, it comes back. Any takers on that, please? Help a mids out. Help a mids in crisis. So yeah, so we will look at September now to do a wheat harvest. I think would be the best way to go. A wheat harvest, sorry. Plant our wheat crop. Get that in the ground. It'll give us the straw on the other side of it as well. So as long as it doesn't rain and I don't completely mess things up again, obviously. Let's give this a bit of a wash off while we're here. And I think then obviously we'll be able to check where we're at with everything in terms of the red tape mod. So that if it's feasible, if it's possible, then we could look at maybe going down, like I say, the route of a grant. Sorting out that sort of area down of the farm down there. It's just the only thing is we may need to consider our options. So try and get that money. Obviously, we've got a few things we can sell coming up. We've got all that wool I need to shift as well. We've got the milk. We do have the oat crop as well that's come out of the ground. So you know, we've got sort of money kicking around. It's all there, and we've got a few cows we're looking to sell as well. So it's just like all this. It's a bit cluttered now, isn't it? You know, it's just, the yard needs something to me, because it just feels a little bit too much. Come on then, open the door. Out you go. But yeah, so hopefully another enjoyable episode for you all. If you have found anything remotely interesting, entertaining, feel pity for me, please consider giving it a like. Usual rules are, if you are new to the channel, please consider giving it a subscribe. If you are a returning viewer who hasn't subscribed, please do so. And like I say, consider giving the video a like. A huge thank you to all the subscribers, and especially to all the paying members who financially support the channel. Couldn't do this without you. But we will call it a day there, and I will leave you with it. So, as always, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.